This is London today. Operations are put on hold at a top London hospital. Why Prince Naseem could face fierce opposition over his new video game venture. And partying for the P, a mushy delicacy, comes of age. Boxer Prince Naseem Hamed is used to quick knockouts, but he could face determined opposition to his latest venture. The WBO featherweight champion is backing a new martial arts video game and encouraging youngsters to fight back if they're attacked. Live now to Mike Liggins, who's at today's launch in Covent Garden. Mike.
Paul, this is the game we're talking about, the Tekken 2 fighting game. I can't actually make it work at all because the kids love it. It retails at £45. Sony, who make it, say they're going to be selling more than 2 million of them. So as you can see, it's big business. And for big business, you need a big star to launch it. And they don't come any bigger than Prince Naseem Hamed. Now, in connection with this, Naz, you've been saying that children should fight back. Why should they?
I mean, when I say fight back, I don't mean fight back as in go out and just hit somebody on the street. End of the day, it's fighting back. If you're being bullied or anything like that, then you defend yourself. But kids nowadays, if they don't know what to do or don't know how to go about it, it's basically I'm saying go out there and find a sport or whatever, you know, martial arts, boxing, whatever.
Okay, what about this game?
The game's a great game, great graphics and best-selling biggest game in the world at the moment, you know, and PlayStation are doing it, so...
Critics will say that children will play it and then go out and kick their little sister. Do you think that's right?
No, I don't think it will happen like that, you know. A lot of people are entitled to their own opinion, but the game's a good game, and when they follow the game and they realise what the game's about, it might inspire them to go out and train and, you know, determine themselves. And
we'll have to stop there, Naz. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Back to the studio, Paul.
Good evening, I'm Alistair Stewart.
And I'm Mary Nightingale. In London tonight, doctors lose the fight to save Mandy Allwood's 4 remaining babies.
Also tonight, the scandal of the hospital that can't do any more operations.
Plus, how a northern delicacy was going down and down in the capital.
Prince Naseem Hamed is never backward in coming forward, in or out of the ring, but he may have overstepped the mark this time. In Covent Garden, to launch a new video game, the WBO featherweight champion came up with some controversial advice for kids that's upset a children's charity, as Mike Liggins reports.
Naseem Hamed is a sporting hero. He talks, people listen. Today, he told children to fight back.
it is good to walk away when you're in an argument or anything like that, but at the end of the day, if you're getting picked on and you're getting pushed about, then you fight back.
It's one of those hit me if you can. With his flash shorts and flamboyant gestures, Naseem has made a mint from the fight game, but is he right about fighting back? The kids we talked to said yes.
If it bothers you a lot, then I think you should fight back, because if it carries on, then and you tell the teachers, they don't usually do many things at school.
If someone comes after you and tries to hit you or something, you've got to defend yourself.
That's fine if you're Prince Naseem, but what happens if you're a weedy kid?
It's fine if you're anybody. If you're a weedy kid, maybe then you should improve yourself and go out to train, you know?
Presumably after you've played the video game Naseem was launching today, which by a remarkable coincidence just happens to be a fight game. The children's charity, Kidscape, don't want to pick a fight, but they say Naseem is talking rubbish.
If children are picking on each other, you often find that the child who is picking on a younger child is bigger, stronger. So telling a young or small child to fight back means you're setting up that child to get hurt. It's not something we would condone at all.
Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. Tomorrow, Prince Naseem meets the Prime Minister at number 10, and no doubt he'll have some advice for John Major too. In Covent Garden, this is Mike Liggins for London Tonight.
weather now. Martial arts experts have been demonstrating self-defense techniques in Bristol. It's all part of a campaign to encourage youngsters to be more aware of the potential dangers from strangers.
With brick breaking as an appetizer, it was on to the main course, a display of kickboxing from some of the most advanced martial arts experts in the world. In fact, they're so good, they've become models for a new video game. But as video game fanatics pit their wits against martial arts experts in the fantasy world of the small screen, there is a serious message. With violent crime on the increase, self-defense is becoming more important and more popular.
80 children dying last year in the UK alone. Having lost my own sister to violent crime makes it more relevant than ever.
I'm a great one for like self-defense with children. My son's been bullied at school and stuff like that, and bullied around where we live, so I do think like it is important for children to learn some sort of self-defense.
Young people are taught how best to deal with an attacker, to remain calm and never to provoke, and especially not to provoke a 6'2" black belt karate expert. A very winded Mark Gibson for HTV News.
Never mind.
Thanks, Phil. Well, turning now to martial arts, the second biggest participation sport in Britain. A team of world champions have been in Bristol demonstrating their art and teaching youngsters how to cope if they find themselves in a violent situation.
With brick breaking as an appetizer, it was on to the main course.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
A display of kickboxing from some of the most advanced martial arts experts in the world. In fact, they're so good, they've become models for a new video game. But as video game fanatics pit their wits against martial arts experts in the fantasy world of the small screen, there is a serious message. With violent crime on the increase, self-defense is becoming more important and ever more popular.
80 children dying last year in the UK alone. Having lost my own sister to violent crime makes it more relevant than ever.
I'm a great one for like self-defense with children. My son's been bullied at school and stuff like that, and bullied around where we live, so I do think like it is important for children to learn some sort of self-defense.
Young people are taught how best to deal with an attacker, to remain calm and never to provoke, and especially not to provoke a 6'2" black belt karate expert. A very winded Mark Gibson for HTV News.
We all know that shopping can be a bit of a scramble, even rough and tumble at the sales. But in Southampton today, there was self-defence for shoppers, martial arts champions showing ordinary folk and children how to look after themselves. Keith Akehurst reports.
Fists and feet flying, kickboxing world champion Michael Graham showing off his skills to shoppers in Southampton. Part of a martial arts roadshow demonstrating the techniques used in what is now the second biggest participation sport in Britain. 3 million people regularly take part in some form of martial art. Various champions break building blocks with an elbow, tiles with a fist, and wood with bare hands. But they deny it's just teaching people to be violent.
16 years of age? No, not at all. I think anyone who's ever had any involvement in martial arts will tell you, as long as obviously it's with a reputable instructor, that it tends to be much more geared towards self-discipline, which is the hardest discipline to attain, self-confidence, if you like, self-reliance in today's sort of society.
Enthusiasts claim that the skills taught in this sport are most useful for self-defence. Shoppers were shown that strength of mind could overcome brute force. This woman was able to stop 3 large men forcing her arm down, even though before a little teaching, one could do the same thing easily. Were you surprised how strong you could be?
Yes, I was. But I do believe in this mental thing, you know, where you've got to sort of believe in yourself.
The self-defence skills can be used by children as well. Youngsters were picked out and shown how they could defend themselves if they ever needed to, even against an adult.
Have a couple of goes.
It's very important that we get our message out to the people. If they're debating it, there's a chance that just one child may start taking lessons that may one day save their lives. You can't ask for better than that.
Keith Akehurst in Southampton for Meridian Tonight.
That's a